Hi everyone, welcome to my page. I'm Peggy. I am your Seint 3D makeup artist. Just a little bit of an update on my family member that is under the care of hospice that I'm helping to take care of. He's still here. It's bad. So continue to pray, if you will, just to give us strength to do what we need to do to care for him as he transitions as he just transitions. This is very hard. If you've ever been a caregiver, then you know it's very hard to care for someone at the end of their lives. But so just remember my family in prayer, if you will. And he's still here. Yeah, he's still here. It's sad, but he's still here. So let's do a little bit of makeup, because makeup always takes my blues away. It makes me happy. It makes me feel good. And today my new palette came in. I love the palette 12. This bad girl holds 6 full 10s on each level, or you can put eyeshadows. I like to put my powders on the second level and keep my creams here just so there's not any, mishaps, shall we say. This side is what I have my 3 shades that are custom color matched to me, and over here I have a bronzer and I have 2 Lip&Cheeks. Today I'm going to use Royal. I think it'll be pretty because I'm going to show you Eternal, which I'll grab over here. I put it in a different palette, and I have Eternal and Drift. Eternal is the shade of the month of June. You don't want to miss her. She's a purpley red brown, if that makes any sense. She goes with every eye color and literally everything. And I like to pair her with Drift, and it's like a really pretty dark light combination. So I'll be doing her later. This is just a cleaning tile that you clean your brush on in between. So, but that is the shades of today. So anyway, let's get started. I'm going to use Astoria again today. Shadow was my contour shade, and I'm just, I love shadow. That's what I was color matched to. But I'm really liking this Astoria. It brings out, it's a little bit redder than Shadow is, but I like the way it looks. I really do. It gives me that extra I think, at times that I might, it's like I needed a change. I so need a change right now of something. So makeup is easy, so let's change that. So again, Shadow was my color. I was color matched too, but I want to show you too, you can experiment with this and have more than one shade. So contour is a wonderful thing. If you're not using contour, you certainly should be. It defines your face. Excuse me, it can lift your face, and it just gives you an all-around better look of the mature woman. So we're going to find that cheekbone and go straight up towards the bottom part of the ear. There we go. And we're not going to come past the corner of the eye. We want to stay out of the center of the face because that's going to drag the eye down. Excuse me. Allergy season is in full force in Southeast Louisiana. Now, if you get into this section of your face, it draws the eye down. We want to draw the eye up because at 68, I need up. Up is so much better. So that's what we want to do. So again, we caught our cheeks. Now, do they have to be exactly the same? No. Simply because our face, we are just we're sculpting. It doesn't have to be perfect. So now we're going to come and we are going to define this jawline. Thank you for the hearts. You guys are wonderful. I don't know what I would do without you, my tribe. I really don't. You guys are awesome. So we're going to just do along the jawline, go right along the jawline. We're not going to come up on the face because we're just defining this jaw, because I don't know about you, but I have jowls. And I know, it's like aging is not for the faint of heart. So here we go. We're also going to drag this down our neck just a little bit, because what we are doing here is creating a shadow that moves the chin forward to where you don't notice either our double chin, because these are your 2 choices, ladies. We either have a double chin or we have a turkey neck. I, as you can see, have the turkey neck. So Not attractive, but hey, it is what it is. Now, I'm going to put a little bit of contour on my pinky, and I'm going to rub them together, so there's a little bit on each one. Put them at the bridge of my nose, right where they're touching, and just drag them down. This is going to give you just a little bit of a more defined nose, an elongated nose, and a little bit narrower once we put the brightener on, our brightening shade. Also at this step, I'm going to pull out my line brush, and I'm going to tap into this contour shade of Astoria, and I am just going to fill in these eyebrows. Total transparency, my eyebrows are permanent makeup from about 20 years ago. So they need to be redone, and they don't have, well, they do have little hair strokes in them, but it's nothing like what they're doing now. And so I just color it in, and look at the difference that makes. My whole face like just kind of, it like lit up, gave it a little bit of a lift. And that's what we are looking for. And again, everything I used is right here in this tin in my contour. Now we're going to move to my brightening shade. Today I'm using White Peach. I've gone a little bit darker with my brightening shade. I was using Linen is what I was color matched to. But I found over the years that it's just a little bit light as I have aged. So that's why we're going to come with some White Peach, which is just a little bit darker of a brightening shade. Now, what are we brightening? We're brightening the center of our face, and that's going to catch the light and give us a more of a lifted look. If you notice, we're going to put each shade in a specific place because it has a specific job. And again, the brightener is to lighten the face and to bring a focal point. There we go. So just a little bit on the Cupid's bow, a little bit on the center of the chin. So now we have we're like making a T on our faces. So what we're going to do now is come and right at the inner corner of our eye, we're going to brighten just a little bit. There we go. And then we're going to come and brighten the outer corner of our eye as well. We're not going to go underneath it. This is going to act like a concealer. Now, before this, I didn't use concealer. I don't really, only thing I have under my eyes, I don't have any dark spots or anything like that. I was always really good about sunscreen. I do have crepe skin. So I don't want anything settling into the crepe skin that is under my eyes. So what we're going to do now to lift the eye a little bit more is we're going to come with the corner and go straight up to the temple with our brightener. See how that lifts the eye just by putting a different shade. Where this one's drooping, this one's lifted. So let's lift this one too. And we're just creating a focal point. That's all we're doing to catch the light, and it's just a different shade. There you go. It's just that simple. Makeup doesn't have to be difficult, but this helps understand why we put what shade where we put it. So now we have our brightening shade, and as we blend, just a little bit's going to go under our eye, but not enough to accentuate that crepe skin that's under there. I don't want to accentuate anything with aging. Now you can also, if you have really bad marionette lines and all, mine aren't terrible. Hi! What we're going to do is just brighten there. Now marionette lines are a fold. That's all they are. But they create a shadow. So where we created shadows with our darker shade, and your fold is a darker shade, we're going to brighten that with our highlight and just camouflage that just a little bit to where your fold will still be there, but it's not going to be as noticeable. And that's the beauty of cream makeup. It is so mature skin friendly. It doesn't settle into fine lines and wrinkles. It is a light to medium coverage. You can do a full coverage. You just need to change your brush. But I prefer a medium coverage to where it's me but just a little bit better. So now we're going to go to my main shade, and that's just a filler shade. Your main highlight is just a filler shade. We're going to put it where we don't have any other makeup, like in our bearded area, right here on our cheeks, and this is Hazel. I am using a shade called Hazel. And again, depends on, you would need to be color matched to know what your 3 shades are. They probably won't be the same as mine because we need a makeup-free selfie to color match you and make sure that these are the shades that will complement you and your skin the most. Now, the last thing I'm going to do is grab a Lip&Cheek. Yes, this is your blush and your lipstick. So we're just going to tap in and we're going to go right here in between our contour and our brightening shade. And that's where we're going to add our blush. Here we go. Now, you don't have to get a palette as large as mine. This is because each shade is sold individually. And it can come in one as small as this. See the difference? This holds 4, which are the 4 shades that you start with in a starter palette. There we go. But I would need to help you choose these 4 shades. And I do have a color match link that explains everything of what you need to do to be color matched. And it's like answer 4 questions and send me a makeup-free selfie in natural light. There we go. The worst part is makeup free. Yeah, I'm not crazy about that part either. All right. Now, this is Royal. And again, she looks like she's black or real, just a yuck color. But look how pretty this is on the cheeks and on the lips. We're done as far as our makeup is concerned, as far as our foundation, and we used 3 shades. Hi, how are you? I'm so glad you're here. Alrighty, we're going to pick up my 3D brush. This is my favorite brush in the world. It's good for literally everything. Now, the other brushes, they're great to have too, but this is really the only one you need. It has a domed end and it has a fluffy end, so here we go. I'm going to start at my jawline, right where that contour was to sculpt the jawline, and then drag it down my neck. Now, you do want to drag, this is the only time you want to blend down. You just want to get it under your neck. Oh, because I clean them. I love this dry brush cleaner Seint has. The question was, why are my brushes always clean? I clean after every use. You don't have to do that, but a clean brush, first off, no bacteria on it or anything that's gonna get anything on your face. But this is Seint's brush cleaner, and it's dry. You spray it on, you rub it on a Scott towel, just a old cloth. It takes all the makeup off and you are good to go and use it right away because it is dry. Now, you can also use a little bit of Dawn dish soap and some water, but keep your brush down so the water goes this way and it doesn't go up into the handle where the glue is. But these brushes are awesome. They really are. But yeah, clean your brushes, and I don't say that often, and I should. We should clean our brushes. There we go. Okay, now we have the contour on the neck. I also like to put bronzer on my neck. And look, it's creating the shadow, which brings my jaw front forward, and you're not noticing this turkey neck as much. That is the beauty of this makeup. Now, we're just going to stipple, which is pressing and spreading this makeup where we want it to go and where we want it to stay. It should wear like a second skin. If you can really feel this makeup on your face, you're using too much. It takes very little. You get several months out of each 10, and the beauty of that is you only replace what you need. You don't have to totally rebuy another palette. You just pop it out of here and you pop it back in. There you go. Which shade did you use under your eyes? I used White Peach. That's the one that I used underneath. Yeah, I used White Peach and I used Astoria is the contour shade that I used. Okay, here we go, and we are just stippling in here. The 3 shades today are White Peach, are Hazel, White Peach, and Astoria. And Royal. I have Royal on my lips. And I probably put a little bit more because I am a little bit more. So just ask my husband. And he's like, you're expensive. So anyway, yeah, nothing cheap in this house, baby. But yes, I like bold colors. So this is a little bit subtle for me. But notice how kind of pink it is, as well as like it's not a deep red like it looks, or even, you know, a black that it looks like on the website or even in the tin. I mean, look at this. This is the shade of Lip&Cheek I have on. You'd never know, would you? And like I say, I need some more. It is buildable, so you can make it as dark or as light as you like. There we go. Better, better, better. Yes, I like bold colors, but that's just me. You do you. So we're just going to continue to stipple on the side of the nose and up in the corner of the eye. Now, I like to flip my brush around to get in that corner really well and up into the temple. There we go. Okay. There we go. Now, you can blend too much and blend this out. It's a learning curve, and that's like the worst part or the hardest part. Once you get where everything goes down pat, then the blending is a little bit more of a learning curve as well. Because you don't want to come and just blend all this in together. If you do, you're going to end up with contour down here, which is a darker shade, and you're just going to have a muddy mess. So I save my contour to blend last, other than I do start with my jawline, because if I don't, I forget. I can't tell you when I first started wearing Seint how many times I would go to the grocery store and I'd catch my profile in the car window and I'm like, oh, look at that. I got a line right there. I forgot to blend. That's why. So here we go. We're just stippling and pressing. So we're going to just tap up the nose and on either side, just a little bit. You want the shadow, not the distinct lines, but you don't want to blend it out. So here we go. We're just going to continue to tap. And I like to catch my eyelids as well because I have purple eyelids because I am an allergy child. So now we are going to just circle blend ever so gently and then go up into the contour on our forehead. Now, you want to blend your contour all the way up into your hairline because you don't want this white line left on your face up here. You want it to all blend in together to where it looks like it should be there. And again, look how that brings my forehead down because I do have a very high forehead. Thank you, Daddy. And so we are just blending, 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 blending. There we go. Fluff up the hair. And now let's come to the contour and the Lip&Cheek or the blush shade. So we're just going to stipple up and down. And then we're going to just drag it up into the temple. There we go. Alrighty, same thing over here. Stipple up and down. And again, you don't have to do this twice. This is just how I do it. And you know how you get into a habit of doing things? Well, that's what it is. And then just drag it up into the hairline. Now, right here, this is not contour. This is, see, I have it on both sides. It's a loss of volume in my face from weight loss. And the weight loss was necessary. So there you go. Another one of the wonderful things, either you have a really full face, really round, or it sinks in because you got healthy. There you go. All right, we are done with the basic application. This is what comes in this 4 palette. All 4 tins fit right in here. And this is usually what you start with. I suggest that you bite the bullet and you just buy this one and leave these spaces empty because you're going to want to add to it. I promise. You really are. So this is how you would start with your basic 4, or this is what I normally show. But today we're going to do some eyeshadow because, like I say, I'm feeling a little bit extra today. So I'm going to grab my eyeshadow brush from Seint. And if you, after the 3D brush, if you love eyeshadow, get you a brush. This is the best eyeshadow brush. You've got the little spongy end, which is wonderful for placing, and the fluffy end that is perfect for blending. And again, keep it clean, or these little, get you one of these little tiles from Seint that you can just brush your brush off in between applications. So the shade of the month, this month of June, is Eternal. She is beautiful. Watch this. We're going to get a little bit of her on our brush. And again, let's do this eye first because this one's more hooded than this one. This is for you guys, you ladies that really don't have a hooded eye, or you're like me, it's just starting to hood and you just want to open your eye. And I like to draw a line kind of straight up from the corner of my eye. So you can see I still have the lift. And then just drag it over on that hood just a little bit. Don't drag it up, maybe 3/4 of the way at the most, and then come back and just blend. And this is really pretty, and it's really, really easy. You want to be sure you keep your eye open because you want to see it you see your eyeshadow with your eye open. So you want to keep your eye open, and there we go. Just give it a little bit of a blend. Now, this eye is more hooded than this one. So let me show you. If you have hooded eyes, don't worry about the crease because nothing's going to show if your eye is really, really hooded. So what you'll want to do is just place like 3 dots right up there on that hood and then drag it down. You may need to close your eye just a little bit, and you want to place it sort of where they're even. But the main thing is stay on the hood and then give it a blend. That's all there is to it. If you have severely hooded eyes, you can wear eyeshadow. Don't let anyone tell you you can't. Don't let anyone tell you you can't wear a certain shade because you can wear whatever you like. That's how I feel. Ladies, we've made it this far. We can do what we want. There you go. So we're just going to blend and drag this down just a little bit. So I like to make sure not just that you can see it, but they're also somewhat even in shade. So I feel like I need to add just a little bit more over here. Here we go. I welcome your questions too while you're watching, and even after. I do check my messages or my comments, so just let me know if there's any questions you have, whether you're a customer or not, doesn't matter. Any makeup question that I might could help you with. There we go. Now, I like to come back and pair a dark shade with a light shade, and it doesn't really matter what that shade is, but I find this shade of Drift goes with literally everything. It doesn't matter. It goes with browns, grays. It goes with pinks and mauves. It's like it's just a really good all over shade. And then we're just going to come back and blend. It is a shimmer. Eternal is a cream. It's a cream eyeshadow. Not a cream. A matte. I'm sorry, not cream. It is a powder, but it's a matte shade. All right, there we go. So we've got that done. Now let's come do this eye. And there you go. And look how pretty this is with the blue. So if you have blue eyes, they're going to pop with this. My eyes are hazel, more on the green than the brown side, as you can see. So the blue is really bringing out the green in my eyes. There we go. Now I do like to put a little bit lighter shade up here because it opens the eye up more, and especially if your eye is hooded, you want to just brighten in that corner right there. And that's it. Now these shades would fit in this palette. It's just a different palette. That's all this is. This is an eyeshadow palette, but I could put those in here. Now, this makeup does need to be set because it is cream. You can do that with a setting spray you love, or Seint has a lovely setting spray, or you can use a setting powder. You can also use both. I am kind of a both person, and what I like to do is take my Vanilla Dust setting powder by Seint, just take a little light blend brush and just tap it in my T-zone to just calm down the shine just a little bit. It does, Seint gives you like a, aw, thank you, Gina. I needed to hear that today. Thank you. Seint gives you just a beautiful glow, a youthful glow that we used to have. Let's see, in the summertime because it works better. Yes, it does. So my palettes felt dry after a while for not using them. That's real easy. No, they're not ruined. What you want to do, get your blow dryer and about make 3 passes on the top of them, and it's cream. It's going to soften them just a little bit and just enough to where they'll be like new again. And again, just put it on high and just over the top. And you'll be surprised. They'll be good as new. They're not ruined. You're good. You're good. It's cream again. And that's another part of the beautiful thing of cream. It doesn't break. You do stick your finger in it from time to time, but it doesn't break. So, and yes, no, it's not ruined. You're good. You are good. Okay, so we're just going to continue with our Vanilla Dust setting powder. And again, I like to put my powders on a different level than my cream so there's no transfer. There we go. All right, I am good to go wherever I want to. I feel confident. I feel pretty. And some days, you know, we need to feel pretty. And there's no reason why you shouldn't. I don't care what your age is. I really don't. You are so welcome. I appreciate you. I don't know how to say your first name. It's beautiful, but I don't want to murder it. You look like you're either Hispanic or possibly Italian. I see a vowel on the end. I appreciate you. I really do. But again, you should feel pretty. Don't shy away from eyeshadow either. I don't care if your eyes are hooded, and if they're not, that's even. Angela, there you go. Thank you so much, Angela. I know. Don't shy away from makeup because of aging and you know, wrinkles. As you can see, like I say, at 68, I got it all going on. I really do. Now, I use really good skincare, and that helps. And I use sunscreen, and I have used sunscreen for many years, and that helps. So that's my tips for you. Now, if you're interested in trying Seint makeup, once I get off of here, up in the bottom, this is Instagram, so in the bottom, there will be a telephone number to just text #match, and it will send you a link to get a color match. Now, the color match is totally free. It costs you nothing, and you're under no obligation whatsoever to buy. If you buy, great. If you don't, keep hanging out with me, and let's share some makeup secrets and makeup tips. How old am I? I am 68. That's how old I am. Okay, thank you so much for joining me. You have a wonderful day, and you be the reason someone smiles today. And I'll see you again next time. Bye.